recipients of a large number of British troops stationed in the city who had arrived in 1768 to deal with protest, vandalism, and violence caused by the Townsend Acts. Officially under the British Quartering Act, Massachusetts was supposed to provide housing and other supplies to British troops in their colony, which further upset the colonists. On the evening of March 5th, 1770, two British soldiers guarding the Boston Custom House got into an argument with a local apprentice, leading to one of the soldiers hitting the boy over the head with his musket. A colonist who witnessed the assault began arguing with the soldiers, and gradually a mob formed, surrounding British troops on the steps of the Custom House. The crowd grew to over 300 people over the course of the next few hours, and the British called for backup. They eventually ended up with 9 soldiers, including Captain Thomas Preston, who arrived from the nearby barracks. The crowd threw snowballs, stones, and other projectiles and hurled insults at the soldiers. Eventually, the soldiers panicked and let out a volley of shots. 3 Americans were killed instantly, and another 2 would later die in the hospital. 8 further civilians were wounded. Immediately after this, the Boston Massacre was there fight for control of the narrative about what happened. The Patriot side, the Sons of Liberty, labeled the event the Boston Massacre and portrayed it as a senseless killing of unarmed civilians, orchestrated by the British Army. The British called the event the incident on King Street and tried to quell tensions in Boston. British troops were removed from the city, and those involved in the massacre were arrested and charged with murder. For trials, John Adams, a leading patriot, was brought in to defend the soldiers to avoid any accusation of bias from Boston Army. In the end, 6 of the 8 soldiers were acquitted, including Captain Preston. 2 soldiers were found to have fired into the crowd and were found guilty of manslaughter, and they were sentenced to branding of the crown, thus escaping the death penalty. I'll bring us up to stop that. Moving on this evening under consent items, we have approval of minutes from March 2nd, 2026 to the council meeting, approving the reporting new claims, including disposition of the claims for the period of March 3rd, 2026 to March 16th, 2026. Approving an application for master plumbers and drain layers license for Bob Davis, approving an application for master plumbers drain layers license for Mario Cole with Team Blue Plumbing. And approving the application for fireworks display permit from West City J.C.'s and for the display event to be held on June 27th with a rain date of June 28th from 9 p.m. to midnight at Stein Hall Ballparks. Is there any items the commission would like to go on for new business for further discussion? This time I move for passage of all 5 consent items. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Reyes? Yes. Commissioner Osowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Clark? Mayor Beck?
Yes. Now move forward to the next item of business. Son Ballhouse. Chief. It's great tonight to be able to recognize and go through one of our officers. It's kind of a reoccurring thing. Because you served for an officer for a little while before we started. And you remember what day that was? I swore in as an officer on March 16th, 2020. 6 years ago to the day. So I was at city council for that night. He had been working for us for a little while. He's actually been working for us as a sergeant for a little while. We just needed to get this meeting in. I wanted to be able to do this. March 2nd, I wasn't here because I was celebrating my grandbaby down in officer's first birthday. So sorry for holding us up. It's great to see our officers come up through the ranks and be able to, as we did the chief and captain, be able to choose from within, knowing you've got the strength in the organization to be able to do that. And it's glad to hear that people are willing to step up and learn their stripes. That part of you is swearing in, and I'll let the chief talk a little bit. I state your name. I, David White, do solemnly swear, that I will support the truth, that I will support the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of Nebraska, against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that
did come to us here, in 2020 as an officer, went through the academy, was certified here. We have several officers here tonight to support, Sergeant Bohat's, promotion, but then I realized we couldn't fire him here, so they're actually here just to keep it rolling. Now, Sergeant Bohat, he's been with us for the last several years. He's done several things with our department. One thing he does bring to the department is his wife Lexi and the 3 kids that he has with him here today, as well as some family members he has with him. But he's also our firearms instructor, our rifle instructor. He is an FTO instructor, and he does training coordination to make Sergeant Richardson look good. So he does a lot of that stuff with our department. His dad is also in law enforcement, as well as his older sister who are in law enforcement. I'll let Sergeant Bohat introduce them, and I believe he's gonna have his father take his dad out. Do you have that? I'm a little nervous. I got a sticker, right?
Sticker.
But, Barry stood in for me, and, Barry today told me it was great to see fire department recognize their own for the number of years of service. I'm always in awe of, hearing the 10s, the 12s, the 15s, the 20s, the 30s, and sometimes 40 years we've had folks serving in our department. So I missed the opportunity to, thank you all that are here. Thank you for your service, keeping us safe, keeping us a great city to live in. I always say, when I'm across the state in mayor meetings and other council meetings, the biggest thing is sitting there, one, how blessed we are to have the department we have. Because other communities are really struggling to find folks that can fill the positions, getting the volunteers to volunteer, and putting equipment in. And I'm not saying we're rough the last 2 months on the equipment part, but we've got a new one coming. We do have to come in time. But I want to say thanks to all of you that are here, and please pass on to your families my appreciation for their support as well. Since coming in as mayor, Steve has been a fixture in City Hall because he's always had been involved with the fire station. Whether they like it or not, we're kind of in and out, in and out. So, with Chief Leops before Chief Reiner, it was always in there knowing that one of the full-timers, one of our 3, Steve Rector was always around. Always there to help and always there to pull in the harness. He does so much more than being a fire apparatus engineer, managing the equipment and making the calls. But he has done so much for the department administratively, as far as mentoring and keeping things going. I guess the way to put it that he would understand is, I'm fully aware that I know that he knows where all the bodies are buried. Yeah, no doubt about that. We all know that. I'm not gonna say he put any of them there, but he knows where they are. But, he has done an outstanding job assisting this department and going beyond that, above and beyond that, of just being an apparatus engineer. For that, I thank you, and I appreciate that. First, I'll do the certificate because we were promised this would come in, and it came in today. So we will stand by with this certificate. 36 years of service. This certificate is proudly presented to Stephen L. Record in recognition of 36 years of dedicated service to the city of Nebraska, for your unwavering commitment, professionalism, and courage in protecting our community. Your service stands as a testament of honor, integrity, and excellence. Thank you for letting me. Trumpet hardware here for you. Recognizes you at 36 years of service. I can't read it, I'm old. I got a little for that. 36 years of dedicated service, Stephen L. Recognition of 36 years of dedicated service. Here in Nebraska City Fire and Rescue. Thank you for your unwavering commitment, professionalism, and courage in protecting our community. Your service stands as a testament of honor and integrity. I remember when Steve started, he had a brown Camaro. I remember down on Fort Church and Steve pulling up, and he goes to the back and he throws his gear on. Well, he's done that for 36 years. Now it's going to be interesting in about, say a month, 2 months. What's a night? Sleep at nights, not going to the frequent flyers. Falls in lines. That's going to be interesting to see what he says. I'm excited for Steve. Wish him well.
Right.
God knows he can do without that.
Be interested to talk to Marty about it, too.
My wife Laura, my daughter Devin, my daughter Gracie, my grandson Grayson, and my grandson son Maverick. So, the only reason I could do this is because, man, over half my life has been spent doing this job, so, it's gonna be a little bit different. Not getting up and work, when I sleep at home, then I have to go to the fire station. If I sleep at the fire station, I have to go home. It's gonna really mess me up in the morning now when I get up. I don't have to go to the fire station anymore, so it's gonna be nice, believe me. I'm still gonna be around, I've got 41 years in volunteer, and I plan on doing that until my body says I can't do it anymore, so I will be around that. So thank you for everything that the city does for us. Thank you for all those guys right there. Without them, it doesn't happen. But,
Those chiefs promised me we could get through that without any big brawl. We're gonna move on to resolutions, and, I'd like this time to bring up our natural gas utility workers.
Me? Alright. So I'm Brad Kingery, most of you guys probably know me. I am in a couple weeks, gonna be the gas and water superintendent of utilities. Brian Turner's retiring after 36 years of service. So we brought Lane Sammons tonight, Mike Tellez, Ron Boers, the general manager that won't talk. Kyle O'Connell, Rich Buck, Ron Leckner, Hayden Schott, Riley Welling, who's been with us for about a month. John Hodges, Frank Still.
This evening, I'd like to do a proclamation recognizing our natural gas utility workers. Whereas natural gas is an important fuel and vital commodity for heating our homes, fueling our industries, and powering our nation. And whereas natural gas provides an economic fuel for everyday use in our homes, businesses, industries, power generation facilities, and transportation industry. And whereas natural gas is a safe fuel and readily available to all sectors of our economy and society. And whereas municipal utilities also play an important role in providing reliable, cost-effective, local natural gas service for the residents of not only Nebraska City, but also the communities of Dunbar, Syracuse, and Neil Delta, as well as many rural customers. And whereas natural gas facilities directives, due to the hard work and dedication of the workforce of natural gas utility workers who work safely in providing this important commodity. And whereas our city board of public works and utilities department is dedicated to providing natural gas to its citizens, businesses, and industries in a safe and economical manner. Now therefore, I, Brian Beckett, Mayor of Nebraska City, do hereby proclaim March 18, 2026 as Natural Gas Utility Workers Day.
I do, since Brad said I don't talk, I think I talk a lot, but, I just wanna say, I've only been, at the utilities for about 8 or 9 months now. And every area that we had, whether it's electric, water, gas, wastewater, the power plant, the water plant, I've guys in particular, whether it's a water main break or a gas leak. I've seen guys jump down in holes when it's snowing outside. I've just been so impressed with how hard they work and the job that they get done. So I just want to say thank you guys for serving our community and for all you do for Nebraska City Utilities. So on March 18th, there will be no, you want to proclaim there will be no gas leaks at all? Yeah.
Oh, it's like a toilet.
So if you see them, they're there to help. They're there to usually fix something or install something new. So don't give them a hard time. Treat them well because they're working hard for you.
All right. Ready?
The other thing we do this time of year is recognize our library. When I say library, it is a building, but it's so much more than that. It's our library. It's work hard on bringing everything that is needed as far as services. It's not so much more than about the books on the shelves. It's everything else. And part of that, and this was last part of our coordinating volunteer hours, which saves us lots of money every year. Hopefully our library will save the books a lot of money by providing resources at no cost. We want to recognize National Library. Whereas today's libraries are less about what they have on the shelves and more about what they can do with and for their communities. Whereas libraries have long served as trusted and treasured institutions where people of all ages, interests, and backgrounds can come together and learn alongside one another. Whereas libraries of all types are at the heart of their cities, towns, schools, and campuses. Those libraries offer members of the community a welcoming space and opportunities to explore new passions through technology, programs, and services. Whereas libraries and librarians help give them find tools to help improve the quality of their life. Whereas libraries which promote the free exchange of information and ideas for all are cornerstones of democracy. Whereas libraries strive to develop and maintain programs and collections that are as diverse as the population they serve. Whereas libraries and librarians work to create an equitable society by providing free access to accurate information for all people. And whereas libraries are a resource for all members of the community by offering services and educational programming that transform lives and strengthen communities. Whereas libraries, librarians, library workers, and supporters across America are celebrating National Library Week. Now therefore be it resolved that I, Brian Becker, proclaim National Library Week, April 19th through 25th, 2026. During this time, I encourage all residents to visit the library, a place where we can all belong and discover who we are because of you, libraries for the summer.
You don't have to wait till that week in April. We've got lots of programming for March, and then that particular library week, Monday, we're offering coffee and sweet treats in the morning. Tuesday is Library Workers Day, and they tell me that you will enjoy the emojis they have developed to represent our staff. Kind of scared on that one. We have 3 buttons to hand out, library promotions on Wednesday. Thursday, the 23rd, we kick off an adult reading challenge, so you can look forward to that. Everybody that fills out their card and finishes their reading list there will be eligible for a small prize. Friday, we're closed because it's Arbor Day celebration. And then we reopen on Saturday for Arbor Day factory colors for the kids. And then our free bookstores, known for their extra special sales like that. So we hope you'll join us. In April, we're also the site for the America 250 photography exhibit. So I think you have until the end of March to turn in those if you would like to participate. Or let me know. Thank you.
about a new coffee shop we are opening in Nebraska City and present a proposal requesting LBA funding Nebraska Economic Growth Funds. We're opening a coffee shop at 900 Central Avenue, downtown Nebraska City this summer. The coffee shop will offer tea, coffee, and pastries. The idea for the business began more so around a bonfire this summer. We started praying, dreaming, and planning what has now become this new business. Being from Nebraska City, it's a true gift to also give back to the community and also, bring a business to where my roots are. Coffee shops have also been known as what's called a third place. A third place is a place where people can come and have their place. Home is your first place, your church, your work, your school is the second place. A third place is a place for people to gather and have community. And we'd like to provide that for Nebraska City, and particularly in a coffee shop manner with pastries, and hope for this to be a place for people to gather along with a meeting space in the back of our We have chosen the name The Roots. This name reflects personal roots from being from Nebraska City, and also desire a place where people can come and share where they're rooted and things that matter most to them. We hope that this will be a place where people can come and simply be, connect, and be at home. So we'd like to support this launch, we'd like to propose a loan of $115,000 through the Nebraska City Growth Funds LBA 40, with a 5-year term at a 3.5% interest rate. Additionally, we'd like to request up to $50,000 of the principal be eligible for forgiveness, with at least $225,000 in gross operating revenue during the 12 months preceding April 1, 2029. We'd like to thank you for your time and for this opportunity, and we are excited to open this business in Nebraska City to welcome all residents of the Thank you.
I just refused to name it Arbor Coffee, so hence the name.
Lisa Walker, Economic Development Director here in town. I would like to share that with you that on March 2nd, the court committee met to review this request, and they made a motion to make a loan to the Nebraska City Coffee LLC, DBA Big Root, in an amount of $115,000 with a 3.5% interest for a duration of 5 years. As you just heard, the terms they all do so it will be forgiveness of up to $50,000 as of October 1st, 2029, if the operating gross annual operating revenue of $225,000.
That date's October 1st.
Yes.
I did have a question about Stafford. So, all 4 of the owners plan on working there, or how's this gonna work? Are we gonna hire managers? How is this happening?
To our knowledge, it is understood that it will be run with a manager and a staff of part-time. We've had members part-time.
Sorry.
But these will all be people that are good.
That is correct. So one of the conversations that we had in the review committee was, this isn't the typical big plant coming to town bringing 50 to 100 jobs. So how do we evaluate success? Not only for the company, but also for our community. And so obviously bringing in less income in terms of the taxes and tourism dollars as well. So that is why the committee chose to follow this path versus basing any kind of forgiveness on numbers of employees. Again, as I'm sure all assume that this is not going to be a company that grows with their numbers and their employment. So we felt that this was a natural
It's all in the lease.
transition. So, as of February 2026, we did receive, a payment, a large payment on the, Waste Connections, Waste Containers, excuse me. And, so our total is $469,499. However, that does not include, we pull aside the 115 jacket for this, so we set that aside. And also $47,339 would be for the Clean District's flower dump offs and baskets, and then there's $13,000 So those are protected funds that are in the bank account, but according to our records, we have $469,499.
I included this one. Is there anybody else present who would like to speak in favor of the application?
My name is Luke Coon, 1721 First Course Road, proud citizen of Newcastle City, of course. I'm really excited about this coffee shop. I mean, its location and everything really lends to what this is going to happen, really going to help our city. I'm a Main Street kind of guy. When you look at all the stuff that's happening on Main Street, this is another building that is going to be occupied. I'm very proud of our Main Street, all the occupancy that we do have, and this is just one more street that we do. So I'm very proud of this. I'm in the park committee and I heard the proposal. I'm all for it. Thank you.
Is there anybody else present who would like to speak in favor of the application?
James 326, just Green Pines Drive in Nebraska City. I think in favor of the move. Just proud of these young people who have stepped forward to start a business in the roots in Nebraska City. And just want to speak in favor of that. I'm very proud of what they've done and what they're able to put together. Hopefully have some further results. Thank you.
Is there anybody else present who would like to speak in favor of the application? Is there anybody present who would like to speak in opposition to the application? Is there anybody present who would like to speak in neutral about the application? This time I would move that we close the public hearing on the use of $115,000 in Nebraska City Economic Development Program. Road funds as a loan to the Nebraska City Coffee LLC doing business as the group. Motion second for the discussion. Roll call please.
Commissioner Sharp?
Yes.
Commissioner Wade? Yes. Commissioner Osowski?
Yes.
Mayor Beckett?
Yes. Thank you to all those who spoke. Item 11, we'll now move on to reports, the monthly progress report for Midlife Ag LLC.
I know, I'm not on the payroll, sorry. Lisa Walker, Economic Development Director. I am here to, give a very brief report for Good Life Ag. They apologize for not being here, they are all in Boston at a fish expo this week. Hopefully you all saw last week on, Channel 7, KETV, Good Life Agriculture was, on the news at 10 p.m. It was a great, news story, I think, and I've heard a lot of really good news from it. Also, they have gotten a lot of feedback from just a ton of people. So a lot of people interested in buying fish, wanting to know more. I'm getting calls that, builders want to build this building for them. A little late in the game. So anyway, that was really good news story. And then also they are very close. I can't give you specifics, unfortunately, but they are very close to finishing the legal and the financial aspects that they are in right now. I feel like I can safely say that they are looking at the summer groundbreaking. So I know that there's some things that still need to be done to get them to that point, but I think we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. And then they have finalized their employee projected, wages is, for this group of people, is $2.9 million. That includes salaries and benefits. The admin side is 19 employees, that would include a CEO, CFO, COO, plant manager, HR, IT, et cetera. And that rate would be $3.8 million for annual salary and benefits. So that's
You have two shifts, right? First and second shift. Any idea if you're gonna go purchase one, and that's gonna be done?
Mr. Mayor, we'll be bringing the application for the sixth, and then that process will be ending, then.
Okay. That's neat, sounds exciting, thank you, Lisa. Item 12, Treasurer's Monthly Report on City and Utility Financial Holdings.
Treasurer's report, as of February 28, 2026, total city funds, $8,627,139.02. Total utility funds, $9,931,918.65. Total city and utility funds combined, $18,559,057.67.
Everyone have adjusted reserve number until the report. So that'll be a lot. Still around 15%. And service costs is looking like it's still half of what it was. Any questions? Move on to item 13, City Administrator's Monthly Report and Departmental Activity and Budget Status.
First of all, the new ambulance should be here tomorrow. We already got the remount, so it'll be nice to have both of those units here. The new fire truck, I kind of hope to see the stick around for this one because, they just got back a few days ago from going up to Wisconsin to go through the final walkthrough. There were a number of punch list items to address. So unfortunately, that's gonna bump it back where they take about 3 to 4 more weeks, before it'll be done, but, they flew them out there, and I think it was kind of, maybe a bit of a, knowing who was leaving, a joke to give them the worst possible flight schedule I've ever heard. They flew red eye here to Texas, to Wisconsin, and then from Wisconsin to North Carolina, back here. Horrible schedule. Yeah, they could have driven, so, anyway, so we'll be getting the new fire truck soon. In the actual copy of the admin report, there is a picture of the new fire truck. So, if you look at it, that's not just a stock photo, that's the actual new rig that we're doing. A few other items, if you hadn't heard, the Creative District, was awarded a $100,000 planning grant, so that's very exciting news. I know that there's plans for it, and we'll be hearing more about that later, but I just want to pass it on, and congratulate them for all their hard work and efforts to get that. That award, we officially hired, Weston Doty for the open position for firefighter apparatus engineer, that Corey Clark vacated. We will be doing, interviews in the near future for, the vacancy that Steve Recker's gonna leave. We have a number of applicants. We reached out to civil service to begin that process. So we're excited to get on with that and get another person being hired. And we do have a number of applicants that have certification for both, the firefighter and EMT. So we're gonna have to wait to get, especially on the EMC side, training for them. Also, in case you hadn't heard, that the Nebraska City Municipal Airport was awarded $3.4 million in federal funds for, parallel taxiway and lighting projects, so that's really exciting. This is on the heels of Fuel Farm and report, about a day and a half. Most of it seemed to revolve around what's going on in the legislature. There is some guidance that's been released by the state regarding rural health care funding. There's $218 million for the state of Nebraska. That's all the way through every year until through 2030. So we need to review those guidelines and see how it might apply to the city of Nebraska. City, you know, Dr. Lee, you get on that as well. So we need to sit with our staff and maybe some of our partners to determine the best use for those funds. Because I know a lot of it will revolve around just that rural health care and some of the crises that we all face in staffing and funding. Let's see. Moving into the budget. I know last month this came up and the mayor and I touched on it briefly before the meeting. In the EMS department, there is an expenditure in the repairs and maintenance equipment. That was some damage done to ambulance that has been repaired and paid for. What confused me prior was in the revenue section, couldn't see where the insurance reimbursement was, other than there's $12,600 that's in it. That was actually for the rental for the the ambulance that we had to rent while it was being repaired. So I went and talked to Patty right before the meeting, and we did receive, I want to say it's $89,000 for repairs. So we received that right at the end of this month. So around September 4th, we received a check for $83,900 for repairs. So good and bad news, we did receive your repair payment rate for the end of last fiscal year. So I assume we would have to transfer it out of reserves into business again, but we're kind of short on this.
I don't remember, but we anticipated being reimbursed before the end of the last fiscal year.
I think we were anticipating that we were gonna get into a student discipline. I didn't anticipate we would receive reimbursement as promptly as we did.
So we need to validate that payment did get because right now it's just $70,000. We need to make sure that one's there, and that it hasn't been all
Okay. We've already started discussions really about the budget and the response, but Katie and I have met